dusty town of red clay roads where the moss grows low and the tall grass sways. The jail was dark, the walls were close, and humid clouds gathered there on summer days. The hallway stank of sweat and lies, and rats would crawl as the deputies cried, "God help the man who don't obey. This is our town, our say, and our way." Sam was quiet, books in hand, working Grandpa's farm but building college plans. Fell in love with a girl his senior year. Beautiful Laura, sweet, strong, and fair. A singular, smitten, true emotion. Not the love of a boy, but the love of a man. They dreamed of together forever. They carefully made each plan. And each morning he folded a paper rose and placed it with care where he knew she'd find it. She'd smile cause she knew just what it meant. Sam, my one and only, Sam, my heaven sent. A paper rose won't wilt, a paper rose won't fade. As beautiful as the morning, as permanent as the grave. But just like a match blown out by the wind, revenge in a small town can bring it all to an end. Yes, revenge in a small town can bring it all to an end. Laura's father wore the sharpened points of a deputy's shining star. A jealous heart consumed by hate could drive a better man too far. You see, he saw the way her eyes sparkled and shone when Sam was in the room, and he feared she'd leave him all alone and follow Sam after school. So one hot night, cicadas loud, he stopped Sam's car under darkened clouds. The charge was false, the cuffs were tight, and not one phone call was allowed. A paper rose won't wilt, a paper rose won't fade. As beautiful as the morning, as permanent as the grave. But just like a match blown out by the wind, revenge in a small town can bring it all to an end. Yes, revenge in a small town can bring it all to an end. Sam watched the hatred in his eyes through iron bars cold as stone. The deputy's threats and angry shouts unable to shake his soul. Each word of dedication and love just enraged him all the more. And the deputy began to understand that their love would long endure. With a few steps he made his way to the propane stove against the wall. The smell of gas and the sound of the match and the echo of footsteps down the hall. The stove, it hissed as the match was lit. The air grew thick with death and fear. Sam yelled and screamed and he pulled the bars, but silence answered loud and clear. The match lay smoldering on the table. The door was slammed shut tight, and the deputy watched with a damnable smile. A flash of light, the flames' loud roar. The boy was gone, their love no more. Oh, a paper rose won't wilt, a paper rose won't fade. As beautiful as the morning, as permanent as the grave. But just like a match blown out by the wind, revenge in a small town can bring it all to an end. Yes, revenge in a small town can bring it all to an end. The sheriff said the gas line snapped. The townsfolk shook their heads. The poor boy's bad luck, his life snuffed out, his plans forever dead. The oaken coffin closed in a grassy field as mourners wept, and Laura's heart was shattered. Her pain, it never slept. And though she stayed near her father's side, her soul could find no peace. 3 years later, she snuck away, headed west, seeking sweet relief. Well, the phone was quiet, no word was heard, till late one summer night. On a lonesome highway far from home, her broken body a shocking sight. There she found her final peace and joined Sam for eternal rest. Two souls joined by love and life, robbed by the violence of their deaths. The deputy sat in drunken guilt, headlights pointed toward the grave. He held his gun and wept alone. Lost was what he tried to save. 2 lives destroyed by hate, 2 young souls turned into stone. The memory of that burning flame. Would one more death right his 2 wrongs? He found himself a prisoner, his pain a constant roar. Laura and Sam, his captors, he'd won the fight but lost the war. Now the whitewashed jail still stands with cold bars and fluorescent lights, but the unlucky occupants still feel the chill, like breathless hands that linger still. The burnt match smell won't fade away, no matter how they clean each day. And sometimes left in the dead of night, a paper rose fills their souls with fright. And a paper rose won't wilt, a paper rose won't fade. As beautiful as the morning, as permanent as the grave. And just like a match blown out by the wind, revenge in a small town can bring it all to an end. Yes, revenge in a small town can bring it all